9:30.
9:30, okay, just turned 9:30. And we will now go into open session. The first item on the agenda, the minutes from the December 15th, 2025 board meeting. Marilyn, I believe you've signed. I'll sign when I get back. And as everyone, I believe, has signed their claims and travel vouchers. Okay. Next item, something a little special here. We have Superintendent Scott. I believe we have one of our members who has achieved his 20 years of service with the Indiana State Police Board. So I will turn it over to you at this time.
Thank you, Mr. President. Dave, if you come up here,
Please.
please.
Thank you.
On behalf of the Indiana State Police and State Police Board, it's my honor to give you this plaque in recognition of your 20 years of service to the Indiana State Police Board. Thank you so much. Bring the fan level up. We got a whole crew here.
Crew, front and center, please.
So do we combine your years of service on the department and your 20?
You're just mentioned.
That's 45.
50% into.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm off because they're off.
Can you?
We were gonna give them a pass anyway.
True in office.
Oh, yeah.
Minimize it for a second, Jimmy.
There you go, thanks.
How's that?
That's where I got it.
You just-
That's a good looking crew right there.
Okay, we're all set.
Well, I just want to say, I really appreciate everything that the department has done for me over the years. And the superintendent and I were just talking a second ago that I was on the department for 25 years and now 20 years on the board. So I've got 45 years invested with the state police. And I'm very proud of that. In fact, about a year and a half or so ago, prior to the graduation ceremony for one of the ISP classes, my wife Ruth Ann and I were in Governor Holcomb's office and talking to him, and he asked me what I thought of my state police career. And I told him, I said, Governor, if I were a young man, I'd do it all over again. I really have loved the state police and the board members who I served with. If it wasn't for them and the quality of people we have, I wouldn't have made it 20 years. And I can remember, well, last night, Ms. Culler, Mr. Ivory, and my wife and I went out to eat, and Marilyn told us about the fact that in a few days she's going to be leaving for a trip to Europe, going to Greece and Italy, and that she had purchased a new camera, and she was talking about the features of the camera and everything that it would do, and she said she was a little concerned about the trip because she doesn't speak Italian or Greek. And I thought, well, I think she'll do all right in Greek because everything she told me about the camera was Greek to me. So the equipment that we have on the department now, the training is better than it was when I came on the department. And I remember when my son back here came on the department, he was single then, didn't have all those kiddos. And he was assigned to the Sellersburg Post. And since he was single, he lived with mom and dad. And so he came home one evening for dinner and stopped in and brought his laptop in, which we didn't have laptops when I was working. And he sat down in the family room and he was working on a crash report he had just investigated. And so after a while he said, okay, well, I got my report finished. And I said, well, I guess now all you have to do is take it into the Post and copy it so they can send it into Central Records. And he looked at me and he said, Dad, it was in Central Records as soon as I hit the enter button. I said, oh, I knew that. But that equipment has changed so much. The photography equipment, my first camera issued to me on the department was an old, what do you call them, Crown? The old press.
Polaroid?
Huh?
Was it a
Oh,
Polaroid?
it wasn't even that.
Crown Graphic.
Crown Graphic press camera, an old black and white camera. And you think about photography that the guys and gals on the department can use now, and other things, DNA testing. They started DNA testing, as I recall, when I was a detective. But we were not allowed to submit evidence for DNA testing unless it was a murder case, because it took a few weeks for the whole process of DNA testing to be accomplished. And if everyone had sent DNA samples in for testing for burglaries and thefts and whatever, the laboratories could not have kept up with it. So that has really developed. And then now has come along forensic genealogy, which also includes DNA. And it's just phenomenal. I told my son, I told him more than once, if I'd had access to all of the stuff that you've got access to, I could have solved more crimes. And that's true. And so it's just amazing to me. And being on the board has allowed me to kind of keep up with all of the advances the department has made. And I really cherish all of these moments. So thank all of you. I thank my family
Can
for
you
being
introduce
here.
him so we know who's who?
Well, sitting down, of course, is my wife, Ruth Ann, and standing next to her is my older daughter, Stacy, and her husband is sitting down back there, and that's Rob. My son, Josh, he's standing there in the green shirt, and his wife, Michelle, is sitting there in the brown, and that is Elijah, and he just got a haircut, I noticed. And then Hattie is the next one over. And then my granddaughter, Jordan, is sitting there with little Gracie on her lap. And so, and we have another child, younger daughter, that's Summer. And she's a doctor here in Indianapolis, and she was not able to get off work to come here. So that's the crew. And thank you.
Well, Dave, it's been since I can't be there, it's been a pleasure to be on the board with you by just about 18 years, and enjoyed hearing a lot of your stories. And I'm sure me and JJ, have had our share of interesting discussions of North versus South. So we've enjoyed your camaraderie, and all your input on the board. So thank you again.
Thank
Okay, next item on the agenda, Superintendent Scott, we have the proposed personnel changes.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. So I'm going to make the following request for changes effective yesterday. I'll start with the Enforcement Bureau. Sergeant Bruce Duhame, Field Operations Area 2, Bremen, District 24, is promoted to the rank of lieutenant, permanent, and transferred to the Toll Road, District 21, to serve as the district commander. Corporal Perry Boykin, Field Operations Area 5, Indianapolis, District 52, is promoted to the rank of sergeant, permanent, to serve as the district squad leader. First Sergeant Miles Edwards, Field Operations Area 5, Indianapolis, District 52, is voluntarily reduced in rank to sergeant, permanent, and transferred to the Special Operations Division Emergency Response Section to serve as a SWAT team leader. Master Trooper William Bradbury, Field Operations Area 5, Putnamville, District 52, is promoted to the rank of corporal and transferred to Area 3, Bloomington, District 33, to serve as a district duty officer. In the Investigations Bureau, Trooper Zachary McKenzie, Enforcement Bureau, Field Operations Area 2, Fort Wayne, District 22, is transferred to the Investigations Bureau, Investigations Division, District Investigations North Zone, Fort Wayne, District 22, and reassigned as a detective, permanent. Trooper Lim Chol, Enforcement Bureau, Field Operations Area 5, Indianapolis, District 52, is transferred to the Investigations Bureau, Investigations Division, District Investigations, South Zone, Indianapolis, District 52, and reassigned as a detective, permanent. Sergeant Justin A. Hanson, Forensic Services Division, CSI, Area 1, Lowell, District 13, is voluntarily reduced in rank to trooper and transferred to the Investigations Division, Drug Investigations Section, and reassigned as a detective, permanent, in the Vehicle Crimes Unit. And then from the Support Services Bureau, Master Trooper Antoine Johnson, Enforcement Bureau, Field Operations Area 5, Indianapolis, District 52, is promoted to the rank of sergeant, permanent, and transferred to the Support Services Bureau, Employment Services Section, Recruiting, to serve as an Employment Services and Recruiting Coordinator.
Thank you. Any questions by any board members relative to the proposed personnel changes? There being none, is there a motion to approve the personnel changes presented by the superintendent?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Anna, do we have to do a roll call?
Yes, we do. My apologies.
Okay. So first of all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
I
Aye.
have to do roll call. One moment. President Olszewski,
Aye.
Secretary Connor,
Aye.
Mr. Graves,
Aye.
Mr. Ivory,
Aye.
Mr. Carney.
Aye.
Mr. Gannon.
Aye.
It passes 6-0. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Superintendent. Next item on the agenda, the staff report and assigned strength, Lieutenant Colonel Relaford.
Good morning, Mr. President, members of the board.
Morning.
As of February 1st, 2026, we have 1,136 sworn on the department. We have on the back of your sheet also the pending retirements for the department as far as troopers. The 88th lateral class, if you recall, 14 graduated and they're receiving their commissions tomorrow. So you should start seeing 14 more commissions of the blue color scheme out tomorrow afternoon. The 89th class, as another lateral class, is in the academy as we speak. They are still holding at 7, and they are in week 5 of 9. They passed firearms and offensive tactics, and they're in the criminal law this week with a graduation date of March 19th. And then at this time, we're still in the process for the 90th class. We have 135 remaining in the process, and they are in the polygraph and or the background phase. And that academy is still set to start on June 7th, 2026. That is all I have, sir. If you have any questions for me.
Any questions by the board members? Apparently no questions. Thank you, Colonel. Next item on the agenda, military leave without pay. Colonel Hill.
Good morning, Mr. President, members of the board. Damon S. Munn, trooper out of the Indianapolis District Enforcement Bureau, is requesting leave with pay from March the 9th of 2026 through March 28th of 2026. And also military leave without pay for lengthy period of time from March 29th of 2026 through November 20th of 2026. And he will be participating in Operation Spartan Shield, which will be in country. So Trooper Munn is requesting those dates.
Any board members have any questions? Okay, thank you, Colonel Hill. And I guess congratulations on all your new responsibilities.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll have to read some more emails, Mr. President. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Next item on the agenda, item 5, consider the January 23rd, 2026 meeting minutes for approval. And I have talked with Secretary Culler, and she has agreed that she will defer any of her observations to our senior ranking member, David Graves, relative to this matter.
Mr. President, I have a few suggestions in one paragraph that's on page 2. The third paragraph down starts out the next matter for the board's consideration, Police Rule 5. And there are sections of this that seems to me there's both singular and plural words used that I thought it might be more applicable to change it all to plural. And I've spoken to Anna about that. Nothing in there that would really change the meaning of it, but as picky as I am, I just thought I would bring it up.
All right, we'll open this up to debate. Secretary Culler, you have any observations or disagreements or agreements with this?
Well, I have some initial observations, which that will mean we need another 20 years from Mr. Graves on the board, since he didn't bring these up. But the first full paragraph on page 2, ISP's father, Daniel Coffey, was helping to field those applications coming in and assist. He was assisting, he will assist, he did assist. I don't know, it just stopped me with that word. And then at the end, employees, no matter the position, receive a very extensive background. Is that a background check, background, they don't get a new background, basically.
Adding in the word will in the first sentence and background check in the second sentence.
Okay. Thank you. So you've got another 20 years.
indicated, can I just have a copy of that? All the things you identified for plural, is that easier, maybe trying to go over one at a time?
Okay, well, to read down through here,
I was gonna say, can I have just a copy of what you indicated, and we'll just.
okay, all right, I'll turn this over to you following the meeting.
So, Mr. Graves has the proposed changes or tweaks from singular to plural or vice versa. Marilyn has made her corrections. Other than that, do we have any changes, corrections, or modifications to the meetings? Meeting minutes? You guys are getting me confused now. Okay, there being none, is there a motion to approve the January 23rd, 2026 meeting minutes as modified? Is there a second?
Second.
Calling the roll on this matter, President Oshetsky,
I vote to approve.
Secretary Kohler,
Approve.
Mr. Graves,
Approve.
Mr. Ivory,
Approved.
Mr. Carney,
Approved.
Mr. Gannon.
Approved.
It is approved 6-0.
All right. Next item on the agenda, Superintendent Scott, any comments or observations that you'd like to present to the board in open session?
I just want to end with thanking Mr. Graves for his 20 years of service. First off, his 25 years of service to the department, and then his 20 years of service to the State Police Board. That's awesome for someone to give 45 years of their lives to basically one agency. So thank you, Dave, for your dedicated service, and doesn't go unnoticed. We really appreciate your time and effort. Thank you. That's it, sir.
Okay. Any comments or observations that any board members would like to present at this time?
It's just been an honor working with Mr. Graves, and he's been a fine mentor to me as one of the newer people on the board, and I appreciate your wisdom.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I appreciate your wisdom and insights.
Well, Dave, I'm sorry I couldn't have been there last night to celebrate with you and your wife and any family members that might have been there. So we'll do it in April.
Fair enough.
Okay. There are no other comments. Our next board meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, March 19th, 2026.
Tuesday,
Yeah.
Thursday. Did you
Oh,
say
I'm
Tuesday?
sorry. Maybe I did. Thursday,
Thank you.
March 19th, 2026 at 10 a.m. at headquarters. Okay, from 10 a.m. at headquarters. We have a graduation downstairs in one of the auditoriums afterwards. Everyone clear on that? Thursday, March 19th, 10 a.m. headquarters. Okay, there being no other business before the board, is there a motion to adjourn? Is there a second?
Second. Calling the roll for closing of the meeting, President Oshetsky,
Aye.
Secretary Kohler,
Aye.
Mr. Graves,
All right.
Mr. Ivory,
Aye.
Mr. Carney,
Aye.
Mr. Gannon.
Aye.
We are closed. Do you want to call the time, sir?
The time is 9:54.
Thank you. We're concluded.
Okay. All right, Mike, we're counting on you for 20 years now.
Oh, that's a long ride.